Now, this chord-by-chord approach does have limitations, and I address those in the blog post itself, but in this video, I want to focus on the benefits, obviously. So, benefit number one is that the repetition is less repetitive. Let It Be by the Beatles is a great tune. You can play it with these four chords right here, but you're going to have to cycle through that song maybe 50, 100, 200 times before you truly master those chords. But if you throw in Living on a Prayer, I'm Yours by Jason Mraz, Under Pressure, Brown Eyed Girl, Stand By Me, and Valerie by Amy Winehouse, well, you get the same chord practice, but all of these songs have different melodies, different tempos, different backstories, and so the repetition is less repetitive. Benefit number two, you build a larger repertoire. You don't pick up one new song with those four chords, you pick up 10 or more. Benefit three, you get more chord exposure. Take a song like La Bamba by Richie Valens. This tune repeats on an infinite loop, meaning that G never moves to D and D never moves to C. But when you throw in Twist and Shout by the Isley Brothers and Beatles, The Lion Sleeps Tonight by The Tokens, Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash, King of the Road by Roger Miller, and Don't Be Cruel by Elvis Presley, you get a lot more chord transitions. Every single chord speaks to every single other chord. Benefit number four, you're less likely to quit and more likely to succeed. Anytime you start a new skill or habit, motivating yourself to practice is very easy in the beginning. Should I practice now? Yes, almost always wins out. But we tend to underestimate the difficulty involved. And when we don't see the progress that we want, we become demotivated. And the decision matrix starts to look like this. Should I practice now? No starts to win out more and more. In fact, you might eventually quit the ukulele, which is a shame because it's a very fun and accessible instrument. And this chord-by-chord approach really can help. And here's why. The goal is much easier. You're not tackling two or more unfamiliar chords. You're just working on one new chord at a time. That is a small, achievable goal that anybody can accomplish. In addition, the reward is much larger. You're not picking up one new song, you're picking up 10 or more songs all at the same time. That is a fantastic return on investment. When you have 10 or more songs that you're practicing, this is what the decision matrix starts to look like. No is still an option. You can choose to put the ukulele down forever, but why would you? You have 10 songs that are within easy reach, so there's just one chord away from being playable. If you can learn just one more chord, you'll get to the top of the mountain with a whole bunch of new songs. And then learn just one more chord after that, and then you walk away with a whole bunch of new songs and a new mountaintop. And just keep rinsing and repeating. But for how long? That is the subject of the last video. And if you've made it this far, I highly recommend watching that video because it's my personal favorite. It's pretty cool.